just in Portland, Maine. We're just down by the East Promenade in Portland, and there's kayaks. You can rent kayaks down here. Taking a little walk along the promenade. This reminds me of England. It is New England. Portland, Maine was founded by European settlers in 1633. It's had many names over the years. In 1775 it was called Falmouth, and during the American Revolution, the British bombarded and burned the town. In 1786 it was rebuilt and renamed to Portland. It was once the capital of Maine, but they moved the capital to Augusta, as they wanted the capital near the centre of the state. A real English feel about it, English seaside feel about it. So I always thought New England was a state, but it's not. It's like 5 states merged together. It's Massachusetts, Maine, New Hampshire, Connecticut. There's another one. I can't remember what's the other one like. There's a whole lot of states merged together, which they label as the New England region. In the 19th century, Portland grew rapidly due to its deep water harbour and its location on the Grand Trunk Railway, which connected it to Montreal, Canada. The city became a major centre for shipbuilding, shipping and fishing.
So here you can breathe easy because there's no smoking in state parks.
Wow.
Like that idea.
So there's a fort out there, you could kayak out there if you had the energy. The forts in the harbour were built to protect the harbour and the city from attacks from sea, mainly during the War of 1812 and the Civil War. The forts also helped to enforce maritime laws and protect American shipping from piracy and other threats. Boat out there with a helicopter on it. So there's 3 of these forts out there. They're protecting the city of Portland. So we're going over a drawbridge. Really feels like England driving through here, like sandbanks and Branksome Wood. It's amazing. We're just coming into Fort William Park. This is where the lighthouse is. We're going to go have a look at the lighthouse. Very busy, lots of people here. The Portland Head Lighthouse is a historic lighthouse in Cape Elizabeth, Maine. Completed in 1791, it is the oldest lighthouse in Maine and one of the oldest lighthouses in the United States. It's a popular tourist destination and it's also a working lighthouse. The tower is 80 feet above ground and 101 feet above the water, and the light is visible for 13 nautical miles. So we've still got a week to get to our house sit, and we don't really know where to go. So instead of navigating anywhere, we're just picking some roads and following them, and hopefully they'll take us to lighthouses or to the coast or just to see something nice. In Maine, it's actually state law to give cyclists 3 feet when you're overtaking them. It's actually law to do that. I wish they'd bring something like that in New Zealand. It might make it a bit safer for cyclists there. We're just coming into Portsmouth, believe it or not. Portsmouth, New Hampshire, not Portsmouth, England. So we're just in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, and it is just like being in England. And Portsmouth in England is in Hampshire as well, which is really weird. They probably planned it like that. Portsmouth, New Hampshire is named after Portsmouth, Hampshire, in England. Both are port cities which have a long history dating back to the 17th century. Portsmouth, New Hampshire, however, is much smaller, with a population of 22,000, versus Portsmouth, England, which has over 200,000 people.
Just walking along and seeing a couple of cannons.
They've even got a British shop here. How cool is this? You could easily think we're in England, couldn't you? So we're in Portsmouth, and this is our car park where we parked overnight. You can actually stay here for 3 days, 72 hours in this car park, but it's very busy. So park, if you can get a park out on the street there, and there's no parking limit there. Quite a good place to spot, and the car park never really emptied out. It was pretty much full all night. Looking for it to park here. It's called Parrot Avenue Lot in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. And if you're lucky enough to get parking on the street here, you got a nice lake view, well, pond view.
So the pond, in fact, is a backwater. Just over there you can see the water coming in, filling it up. When the tide goes out, it'll be emptied out again.
How cool would this have been to have parked Roger on Roger Street? That would have been cool. This car park is so close to town, all the bars and restaurants. We got here on a Sunday, it was like a buzzing vibe, it was great. And went for Thai, for dinner, in the local Thai.
Lost again, going back around, dreaming of a time when I get things right.
Beautiful drive through here. We finally found a coastal route. We've been looking for the coastal route since we got to Maine, but there hasn't been one.
Am I near and far? Shouldn't they at all just tell me where you are? Send a prayer.
You drive along here and you see all these state parks, you think, oh, that'd be nice. But it's not a state park like you think of a state park. Back there, the state park was just a car park at the beach. And that's pretty much what most of them are. Yeah, and you got to pay.
Telling me I will be fine. Baby, I'm stuck
Rye Beach.
halfway hard. Slip away if I come too far. Pick me up when I'm in pieces.
So we're just at Bob's Lobster, which is just off Plum Island. And we're going to try their lobster rolls. So this will be our 4th lobster roll we're trying. And then we'll give you a report at the end of it.
So besides chasing lighthouses, we're chasing lobster rolls.
This is Bob's at Plum Island, and it's on a brioche bun, nice and toasted, with some lemon tarragon sauce and onions. So that one was really nice. It doesn't beat New York lobster rolls, but it's definitely in second place. The lemon tarragon, I think I might have preferred like a buttery sauce on it, but still really nice. The bun was nice. You could actually eat it like a roll. The roll didn't disintegrate like the one at Red's did. So that's our 4th one. That's probably our last one we're going to have.
I am falling, save me when I am falling. Save my love when I fall. Baby, I'm stuck with a halfway heart. Slip away if I come too far.
Good morning, welcome to day... Oh, we're not doing that anymore.
We've lost count.
Good morning, welcome to another day. We're just making our way now to our house in Connecticut. We've just left a little campground at Cape Ann, which is near Gloucester. We're actually not far from Boston here, but we've decided we're not going into Boston. But we're just going to make our way to Connecticut. Just driving past the Hopkinton State Park, and there's a real strong smell of honeysuckle. It smells really nice. And we've just crossed into Connecticut. I don't know how many states we've been in on this trip, but it's I'll put the number down here, state, for this trip. We arrived at our house in Connecticut, where we'll be spending the next 3 weeks resting, recuperating, and doing some updates to our van.